trust me with it today?
Should I?
Yeah, I think so.
Hello guys, so Ed here with my friend Emil.
Hi.
Today we're gonna review my E20 E46. I don't know why I said E20. That's your car.
My E20.
So yeah, so we're gonna, I've put a lot of effort into this car. As a lot of you know, this was a long time build. We've been building it for 2 years now. A lot has been done to it, paint, body, this got the proper type of restoration. All glass was removed, everything was removed. So we've put a lot of effort into this car, and we've done a lot of videos, but we've never did really a kind of a review video of this car. So I figured it's time, and since Emilio got some time from free time from his schedule, I figured it's a good time to review my my little beauty here.
And let me burn it.
Well, we have a little bit of a dilemma. You see, anyone that has built a car would understand. Once you put your heart and soul into a car, it's kind of difficult lending it to someone, or letting someone drive it, or letting someone even look at it, for that matter. So, Emilio, you're not making it easy on me. The fact that I know him makes it even harder. So. So you got to convince me.
I let you drive my twin turbo one before, so
but I'm responsible, man.
Actually, you got pulled over the day that I the first time I let you drive it.
That's
you got
true.
pulled over.
That's true. Yeah, that
right around the corner.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you try to get away from the police and pretend you have a seizure. But we'll not get into that today.
No, let's not get into that. That was many years ago and many lives ago. I
different
guess
review, a different car.
Yeah. Alrighty, so I think, just to be impartial, I think the best thing to do is get Emilio behind the wheel and let him share with us what he thinks. Don't let his looks fool you. He is a BMW aficionado. He has E46s, E90s. He has an E20 project car has been a project car for how many years? 100 years?
About 7. It's been sitting as a project car.
Yeah.
The project hasn't started yet, but
so one day. So yeah, Emilio will share his opinion, and we'll
hopefully not get a speeding ticket.
Yes, hopefully we won't get pulled over.
Or arrested.
One thing to keep in mind, since it's lowered, you got to be careful when you're pulling out and pulling into places.
So where do you want to head?
Just turn left. We'll go around. So, as most of you probably by now noticed, the car is not perfect yet. It's not it's not finalized, and there are a few things that are lacking. One of the big ones is AC. We don't have AC. This is why we're sweating. So we can't we can't open the windows because the noise will distort the camera and everything else. So basically, we just have to stand it. So you'll see Emilio, by the time the video is over, he's going to be drenched.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is a free sauna for you. You don't even have to pay me,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's good. It opens up all your pores and everything. Just don't sweat over my leather.
I can't even shift the gears now. My hands are slipping off the shifter.
Yeah, so there's a few things that are not finished on it. There's some, there's some minor things. Actually, the AC, I replaced the AC compressor. What happened was, when we were charging it, we overcharged it and the whole thing burst. It just cracked in the middle. So I got to get another one. But mainly it's done. So what do you think, Emilio? How do you like it? Can you tell, the difference between the stock one and this one?
Yeah, I mean, I can. It's lower and definitely stiffer than a stock one. Suspension's stiffer.
Well, it's not only that, it's also the throttle response is different, because I used the Bavoto ignition coil. It's supposed to be a little more peppier from zero. The suspension mods are basically an H&R kit, cup kit. It's German-made struts and stuff like that. And I used Bilstein lowering springs with about 1.5 inch drop all around. We used some lightweight control arms. All the bushings were replaced with white line, what's called polyurethane bushings. So that's why some of the harshness you feel is from that. Also, we changed the sway bars. We upgraded them, I think, to 28. I think it was 28 millimeter bar in the back, and I think it's like 26 or 28 in the front as well. So it makes it a little stiffer and it holds the corner better. So yeah, so I mean the suspension is fully modded. We have some strut tower bracing. We have the control arms, everything that's rubber bushings, you name it. The motor mounts, you know, since when we did the motor swap, we serviced the engine, we changed all the rubber parts, all the pulleys, belts, water pumps. I mean, you name it, almost everything under the hood has been replaced, except some, you know, the plastic is from the original car, like, you know, the covers and stuff like that, although I'm getting around to painting it. But basically, the suspension is heavily modified. There's some minor interior mods. I mean, the steering wheel is from a BMW
M.
Yeah, it's from a 540M. It's a 540M package, not the M5, but you know, the step down from an M5, E39 basically. The shifter knob is from an M3, brand new. The shifter linkages is from an M3. The catback exhaust is MagnaFlow with the resonated delete. As far as the engine mods, there's nothing really crazy wild. There's a super sprint header, the MagnaFlow catback, the BAV auto ignition coils, you know, the heavy duty bushings and stuff like that. We did all the gaskets and the water pump. We upgraded to aluminum pulleys. These things actually have plastic pulleys, which are crappy. And when I got the engine, they were actually broken. The engine had 20,000 miles on it, and that was just junk. So basically, you know, nothing wild under the hood. Where I went wild is with the suspension, you know, because I wanted to make sure it takes a corner and the corner's flat. And you know, the suspension, the brakes are coming. I wanted to do the big brake upgrade kit, but I haven't gotten to it yet. The body, as you can see from the body, there's a CSL rear spoiler. There's a roof-mounted spoiler. There's a ZHP style rear bumper. It's a replica. The front is a M3 style replica bumper. They're all decent replicas. They're all from a reputable manufacturers. They're not carbon. They're not what's called fiberglass, so it's not gonna crack. It's all plastic, so it's pretty decent. I mean, fitment was a little tricky, but you know, I've dealt with aftermarket before. Body panels can be a little tricky, so yeah, it was not bad. It was, you know, it's something that you know, with a little bit of finesse it fit. You know, we painted it and we made sure that you know, we adjusted it so it fits properly and everything. So yeah, that's basically it for the interior. We painted it to color match the wheels. If anyone's curious what the wheels are actually from an E39. They're a catalog wheel for E39. I managed to find them on Craigslist, and we basically refurbished them. We repainted them, and we painted the interior trim to match them. Be careful. So, Emilio, share your opinion. How is it so far?
It drives good.
How's the steering response?
Steering response is awesome.
The steering feel. I mean, these hydraulic, you know, steering, the new ones can't compare. You buy a new 3 Series, that's electronic assisted. It feels vague and light. This feels heavy, and it's very, you know, it lets you know what the wheels are doing, which is one of the things that I love about these cars. So, you know, the clutch is, it's a little weighted. You know, it still has it's not stock clutch. It is a BMW clutch. It's a new clutch, but I didn't want to go anything too extreme because then it will be not practical. For a lot of people that are not familiar, I've actually done like a performance clutch, and it'd be, you know, the range where you get engagement, you know, is so short that in traffic, if you want to be sloppy with it, you're going to either stall it or burn the tires. So I didn't want to do that. So I just went more the conventional route, because I want the car to be usable. I don't want it just to be a show car, just to be a highway car. I want the car, it's not an everyday car, but I want it to be, you know, something that I can just take around the corner. Like we've taken a few bumpy roads, and it's been all right. I mean, it's a little close to the ground sometimes. You know, I've never scraped a bumper. Yeah, I just have to be super careful. You get a little rumble from that MagnaFlow catback exhaust. It's so understated that I can understand how someone might think it's stock. I mean, all the bumpers, even the side skirts have been changed. But it's, you know, especially it's black. I don't have a bunch of stickers all over it. I don't have, you know, race stripes or anything like that. It's, you know, but I think it's, you know, yeah, it has that. If a BMW guy sees it, like when you see it, you know it's not stock.
Yeah.
You know it's someone has done stuff to it.
You'll know it too.
A lot of people call me wanting to do the turbo and everything else. And I know with the Vanos, it's kind of, you would have to get rid of the Vanos, but I love the Vanos. Is that, you know, that little kick up after 4,000 grand, you know, that's, it almost feels like a little bit of a turbo boost. And that's what one of the things I love about these engines. They sound great, they sound amazing, you know, and, you know, the power is more or less linear throughout the rev range. So it's just, you know, after 4,000 too, you get that little boost. I don't think it's I think it's a little over 4 grand. But you know, you get that little boost of power that's unexpected. It's like, reminds me of the old 900s, you know, that little, I mean, I'm not comparing it to turbo lag, but you know, that little unexpected, you know, thrust forward, which is pretty cool. Overall, if you're looking for that purest driving experience, if you want to talk to the car and for the car to talk back to you, I think you have to go with the, you know, with an older, like an E46, or at least like an E90. And it's I prefer the E46, to be honest, because it's more traditional BMW. The newer they get, the more mainstream they become. What's happening is, you know, just to recap, it's the car manufacturers are catering to the lowest common denominator, to the person that's gonna, you know, that barely knows how to drive. So everything's gonna be automatic. There's never gonna be an option to lock anything or do anything. The car's gonna drive you. You're not gonna be driving any car. So they're gonna suck all the pleasure out of driving.
Yeah, but you could still build stuff.
Yeah. It might not be legal, you know.
Yeah,
you have a manual driving car.
yeah, I mean, by
that's
then,
what it's going to be, you
the
know.
kids are not even going to know what it is.
Yeah.
You know, what's this? An extra
used
pedal.
To drive a car.
Yeah. We used to have an extra pedal when we used to drive. Right?
They're going to laugh at us. Yeah, so, you know, this is kind of, this is a car that's going to stay with me. I'm probably going to be buried in it, so...
well, yeah, you have over $20,000 into it. Yeah, you are buried.
Yeah, I'm buried.
You wouldn't get $5,000 if you were to sell it. So.
No, I'd get $5 grand, but I don't think I could hit 10. But,
no.
You know, but yeah, you know, it's a project of love. So overall, Emilio, I'm gonna ask you again.
1 to 10, I'd give it an 8.
No. 3 words to summarize the car. Not me, not the build, to summarize the car.
Ultimate driving machine.
High five. Good one. Thank you guys for joining us.
See you next time.
Yeah, see you next time. Please check out more videos.
I gotta open the door. I'm sweating like a horse.
We gotta go.